Now, one of those things that I think is insane, absolutely insane, that I can't believe is happening is this storyline with ILHAN Omar. The fact that she is still a U.S. Congresswoman is nuts. But why is it happening? Because our media, I really didn't like when Donald Trump said the media was the enemy of the people. But I have to tell you, they are the enemy of truth. And if truth is what, the Washington Post says, oh, republic dies in darkness. Well, if that's true, you're killing the republic because you are adding to the darkness. You are not enlightening anyone. This is where the silence from the media is doing great damage to our country. They are so unwilling to do their jobs, so complicit in allowing scandal after scandal after scandal involving ILHAN Omar to go completely ignored. Now consider this. It took internet bloggers to first investigate a story that something weird was going on with all of Omar's marriages. It wasn't until official Minnesota documents were unearthed during her campaign finance violations that news broke that she had committed tax fraud. Not only that she had been married to two different men at the same time. The question was, is one of those guys her brother? There's been a lot of circumstantial evidence to pour through, but the media still will not do their jobs. I don't know why she's so protected from the elites at the Times, the Post, CNN. I don't know why she's so protected in Washington, D.C., unless it is the power she wields with CARE and the Muslim Brotherhood. Omar has claimed that her newest alleged love interest, Democratic strategist and fundraiser Tim Mynett, isn't someone she's romantically involved with. But last week, Mynett's wife filed for divorce, stating in court documents that the reason she's divorcing her husband is because of his affair with Omar. And yesterday, two sources have come forward, one for the New York Post and one for the Powerline blog, claiming that Omar's current husband is about to file for divorce due to the affair. The source at Powerline claims that Omar's husband is saying that he knows that Omar did, in fact, marry her brother. Can you imagine if this guy starts talking? Because he knows where all of the bodies are buried. Now, today I took a glance at all of the mainstream outlets and publications. They're not talking about any of this. And it begs the question, why is Omar protected? We could go down the road of, you imagine if she was a Republican, they would be all over this story. Just one of the scandals would still be front page coverage. But these aren't the only thing that the media is ignoring when it comes to Omar. The silence is unforgivable. The press is the enemy of truth and information, and it is dangerous. We know now that Omar likes to fundraise for CARE. The media doesn't seem to give a flying crap about CARE, the unindicted co-conspirator in the Holy Land Foundation case. But an investigation that uncovered multiple groups here in the United States, the funding of the terror organization known as Hamas, an organization whose sole responsibility is to kill Jews and destroy the state of Israel. Now, because of CARE's involvement with the Holy Land Foundation, the FBI officially broke all ties with dealing with them. But despite this, ILHAN Omar continues to get a free pass for headlining fundraisers at posh CARE galas. Why? Why? They have been helping fund a terrorist organization. Now, don't worry, because it only gets worse from here. Last week, ILHAN Omar, from her official Twitter account, made this tweet. Now, remember, this is after her saying, we're going to go to Israel because we just want to support people there. And we found out that her trip was being planned by a group that was talking about crazy stuff. About talking about how whites shouldn't marry blacks and women are not equal and how gays are an abomination. And, of course, Jews were leading the pack on, need to be destroyed. We find this out. Nobody in the press even mentions that. That's who was arranging her trip. Now, don't worry about it. Now, she quoted, let me quote her. This is what she said on her official Twitter account. She said, quote, Somali government and peacekeeping forces need to protect Hormuud and the Somali telecom industry as they make an enormous contribution to the economy and provide a vital service. During my visit to Somalia in 2011, I was surprised by the quick evolution of technology in Somalia. Okay, sounds good, right? I mean, I don't want the people of Somalia to be hurt. And if there's a company providing services in a war-torn and underdeveloped country, why shouldn't a congresswoman support them? There's nothing wrong with that. Except, I don't know, maybe if that company in question is a terror supporter. That's exactly what this company is that Omar is so infatuated with. Hormuud Telecommunications. It was created by and operated by one of the chief financiers of Al-Shabaab. You know what Al-Shabaab is? That's Al-Qaeda. That's Al-Qaeda in Somalia. Now, you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from that other really, really, really not credible right-wing source of the UN. The UN has confirmed this in their own reports. The UN also links Hormuud Telecommunications to the deadliest terror attack in Somalia. Hundreds were killed. Now, gee. This Somali company, a financing arm of Al-Qaeda, has just been endorsed by a sitting member of the United States Congress who is denying an affair with somebody who is getting a lot of money from a seeming slush fund for working on her campaign. He also was getting paid a lot of money with Keith Ellison. Keith Ellison, who happened to vacate the seat that Omar took, and now is the Attorney General in Minnesota. Keith Ellison, the guy who keeps turning a blind eye to the law enforcement when it comes to ILHAN Omar. So she fundraises for the propaganda arm of Hamas. She publicly calls for the protection of the cash cow for Al-Qaeda in Somalia. What is it going to take for the media to pay attention? How long will the people in New York and Washington protect this woman? How long? Nancy Pelosi, I think a lot of things about you. But I don't think that you actually hate your country. This woman, I believe, does. This woman is actively engaged, in my opinion, with some very, very bad people. I believe she does want the destruction of America. This is more than just an ethics problem with one of your members. ILHAN Omar, in my opinion, is dangerous. And either someone is pulling her strings or she's just too stupid to know who and who is not a terrorist. Either way, ILHAN Omar should not be a congresswoman. And Nancy Pelosi, you and the rest of the Democrats are going to be eaten by the extremist of your own party. If you're not already on their plate, You're about to have a giant fork stuck into you because you're done soon.